All right, I'm here with Grace. How you doing, Grace?
Hi.
We were having a conversation about fast playing, and I asked her if I can record it. Can I record this? Thank you very much. We're not even going to do it with the silly animojis or the filters. Yeah. So I'm going to try to ignore that thing. So what we're talking about is fast playing and slow playing, and talking about words that we use without really thinking about them. And so something I say on trumpet, there is no slow playing. There's only fast playing. Fast playing at a slow tempo, or fast playing at a fast tempo. Now we already just talked about this part, so Grace knows where I'm driving at, right? But what I'm talking about is the what between notes.
The change.
Yes, change, the transition between notes. Which usually as trumpet players, like your first answer was, we think about what? This should be really quick, right?
Extreme valves.
The valve, right? Because we always talk about making sure that at slow tempo we don't move our valve slowly. The valve change should be, what was the first word you used? Not my replacement word, but
Fast.
yeah, exactly. We think the valve movement should be fast. But I don't like fast or slow in regards to talking about this, because fast or slow implies a range of fastness or slowness. I prefer the word instant. So when we move, the valve change should be instant. But we often forget. We talk about when we were playing a lip slur exercise, right? And what was going on in between your lip slurs? Like a lot of times we call it like ballooning the air, shoving the air. There were these bumps along the air, which all are a symptom of the change from note to note not being instant. See why I love Grace. Grace is very awesome and smart. And so when we change between slurred notes, we are also looking for the same instantaneous transition that we have. And so when we hear the fluctuation of the airspeed between the notes, or the ballooning of the air, the shoving the air, whatever you might call it, it's just a symptom of the fact that the notes are not instant. So the best way to hear it is actually when we're playing at a very, very slow tempo. Because if you're playing at a slow tempo, and the change is not instant, you can really hear yourself veering ahead into the note well before the beat. So I want you to snap or clap for me at this speed. And I want you to think subdivision, so don't speed up. 1, 2, and don't speed up on me though, okay? So think of the space between the claps. You hear all that extra stuff going on in between there? But now, I'll do a downward one, because that wasn't that where you were doing a little bit more. All right, so clap a little more emphatically for me, like you're in charge, because you are, all right? Don't speed up on me. So there's extra stuff in that transition. It is not instant. So what I'm looking for on the lip slurs is a transition that to me feels like breaking a dry stick rather than bending a wet twig. Clap for me again. Slower, like even way slow. So am I playing slowly or quickly? I'm playing instantly at a slow tempo. There is no slow playing on trumpet, only fast playing. So let me hear your yaw and like a razor's edge precision on that movement. CGC. Ready? And half notes. Why half notes? Because it gives you twice the opportunity to do it wrong, but twice the opportunity to see if you're doing it wrong. Ready? So the second one was better, wasn't it? Yeah. Instant. Yaw. 2. Same thing. Ready? A little stronger. It's hard not to flinch ahead of time, isn't it? One, 2, ready, go. It's just like the stroke of the valve, a little invisible ninja. right in that moment, right? But there's never any hint that it's going to happen. So I always try to think about like I'm trying to surprise myself. Da! And the moment the next beat occurs is the moment my mind knows the next note's going to happen. So you don't know. So the trick to play fast is to learn how to play fast at a slow tempo, because this is why playing at the fast tempo is difficult. When you played slowly and you didn't move instantly from note to note, there's excess movement as you transition, right? And so that excess movement is impossible at a fast tempo. You know, does that make sense? Just think about like, sounds okay, good for a high school player, all right? All right, which is not what we want. We just want good. We want right, all right? And so, da, if that extra slop, like literally slop, like loose gears that don't mesh well, that's what the word slop means, right? If there's slop between the note of the low tempo, slow tempo, then I have built in the very thing that will make it impossible for me to play the fast tempo. So where do I eliminate the slop?
Slow tempo.
Exactly. But with only what kind of mind? The kind of mind that is really searching, that really knows what you want, and is really aware and really looking, hunting for precision. And so here, that was fast, but it was no faster. It was no more instant than the slow tempo, right? And that's why I can do it. And that's why it's really not difficult. It's difficult to acquire the simplicity, but it's not difficult to play the speed.